folks. I'm Pelly, often known as Poor Pelly. I started with a song I wrote when I lived in Claremont, Ontario, at my father-in-law's house. My father-in-law is a bit of a collector. It was the first time in my life where I got to actually be a hillbilly instead of pretending to be one. Cars all over the yard and stuff like that. I love that place, and it's where they're going to build an airport, or they keep threatening to. Anyways, they've been threatening to for years, and there's no neighbors. When somebody moves out of the house, they come and tear them down because they don't want people fighting the airport. So I was sitting there late one night thinking about how much I love living there. Came up with this song here. It's called Tear You Down. Well, the walls are painted yellow, and the carpets are dirty blue. The windows are tall and wide, and the basement's filled with junk, and the tiles are peeling up. It's a dirty old country life. Well, the neighbors are real nice, they live miles down the road. We choose not to drive, although the cars line the yard, none of them will start. This dirty old country life. Old house keep me warm at night, safe from the evils of life, and I promise not to be the kind of person that would tear you down. Where the road, it ain't paved, and I like it that way. The dust rolls when cars fly by, and I got a fire pit instead of a satellite dish. It's a dirty old country life. Old house keep me warm at night, safe from the evils of life, and I promise not to be the kind of person that would tear you down. There's a certain kind of man, only sees money in the land, buys it low, sells high. They build a suburb in a square, name it after the farmland that was there, and try selling it as country life. Old house keep me warm at night, safe from the evils of life, and I promise not to be the kind of person that would tear you down. The kind of person that would tear you down. Right on. Tune up a bit here because that definitely did it. Well, Kevin, am I allowed to talk about you? Yeah. I haven't seen my buddy Kevin in a long time here, so I was very happy he asked me out to do this, mostly because I just get to hang out with him a bit. So that's very cool. Thanks for having me, Kev. And this is a really cool thing you're doing. I've watched lots of them, and I love them. It's awesome. Kev told me he updated the cameras today, which is not a great thing for you guys. Have to see me in better quality. So I'm sorry about that. So, one night after a weekend at my buddy Doug's, buddy was playing my guitar around the campfire. And the next day when I got up to, I had picked it out and put it on my wall. It was hanging there, and I walked by and I saw the blood spatter on it. I thought, that's not all my blood. And that was it. This song came out after that. I don't know what it's about. Yeah, it's called Blood on My Guitar. find myself walking through these crumbling streets when mama said, be careful those people you meet. So when my tough talk turned to trouble, and quickly I find there's blood on the sidewalk, but it ain't all mine. So I think myself lucky as a plan my escape. Now circumstance and chance can enhance one small mistake. How a lifetime of plans can quickly unwind. There's blood on my hands, baby, it ain't all mine. No, it ain't all mine. No, it ain't all mine. Oh, it ain't trouble I look for, it's trouble I find. So I push her in the car, far from the scene of the crime. I ignore all the stop signs and the flashing the lights. And I pray to the Lord through broken glass as I find there's blood on the dashboard, but it ain't all mine. No, it ain't all mine. No, it ain't all mine. Oh, it ain't trouble I look for, it's trouble I find. Now I lost my friends, I lost all my family. Well, I never dreamed I'd be someone like me. These regrets and these scars mark this passage of time. There's blood on my guitar, baby, it ain't all mine. No, it ain't all mine. It ain't all mine. Oh, it ain't trouble I look for, it's trouble I find. No, it ain't all mine. No, it ain't all mine. Oh, it ain't trouble I look for, it's trouble I find. No, it ain't trouble I look for, it's trouble I find. No, it ain't trouble I look for, it's trouble I find. Right on. Well, I hope you're enjoying yourself. I am. And what am I going to do next year? Tune this first of all. Next one. Next one is, so, let me try this. Let's try it. So, guy I worked with there a couple of years ago now, I guess. He's a great guy, happy guy, young, good-looking kid, and you know, it's a cliche, but you never know what's going on. Anyways, unfortunately, he decided to take his own life, and it was a depressing thing. And a while later, I was I started writing down these words for this song at work, and while I was doing it, found out another guy. They didn't know each other, but another guy we worked with, same thing, same way, everything. And so I finished this song. And when I wrote it, and I did what I normally do, this kind of folky thing to it, and man, it was depressing. Like, it was so depressing. Like, I couldn't even play it. So I kind of rewrote it, and I kept the words, but I rewrote the guitar part. So that's what this is, and I don't know if I played this live before. What do I call this? I call it, it's not meant to be religious, but this is called For the Love of God. You never knew the bottom, but that's how hard you feel. Nobody knew how that felt, because you refused to tell. And I don't need to sell you on the pain of living hell, but it's knowing everything, so how to ask for help. And I wish I could just wish this all away, but when those bad thoughts come, those bad thoughts, they come to stay. Yeah, and these are the days men like me learn to pray for the love of God on early grave. Things can go from bad to worse at breakneck speed. Hang around on the edge of your town like bad men in the weight of their misdeeds. The deepest cuts are not the ones that make you bleed, the most painful ones nobody ever sees. And I wish I could just wish this all away, but when those bad thoughts come, those bad thoughts, they come to stay. Oh yeah, and these are the days men like me will learn to pray for the love of God on early grave. I can't remember the rest of the words. That's how this goes. I'm gonna end it now. Sorry for that. Yeah, I'm sorry to my loved ones. I'm sorry for what's in store. I'm so tired of fighting. I'm not fighting anymore. And I wish I could just wish this all away, but when those bad thoughts come, those bad thoughts, they come to stay. Yeah, and these are the days men like me will learn to pray for the love of God on early grave. Oh, I wish I could just wish this all away, but when those bad thoughts come, those bad thoughts, they come to stay. Oh yeah, and these are the days men like me will learn to pray for the love of God an early grave. This guitar is badly in the tune. Okay. Oh, yeah, look at that. This is, I noticed a while back that I use a lot, when I'm writing songs, I have a song called Ball and Chain. I use a lot of those terms like that. And I was wondering what, like null and void, I wonder if they had a name. I wonder if those terms had some kind of name. And turns out they do. And what they're called is irreversible binomials. And I thought that was cool. And I kind of got started writing down every one I could think of, and I ended up with pages of them, and I ended up whittling them all down. I wondered if I could make a song just out of those. It's kind of cool, like irreversible, but it's like things that shouldn't be reversed. This is kind of a love song. It's called Null and Void, the Irreversible Binomial Song. You can let me know if it sinks or swims. What's going on here? Never changing strings on the day of. All right, here we go. From start to finish, through the wind and the rain, through the thick and the thin, through the heartache and pain, I go head over heels, do it hand over fist, just to piss and moan, just to shoot the shit. From morning till night, then from dusk till dawn, I cease and desist your list of pros and cons. I'll make it loud and clear, I'm just a singer of songs. That's what I'll be till I'm dead and gone. So right or wrong, you gotta aid and abet. Oh, I carry and conceal, never forgive and forget. With a quick and a dead, well that's just cause and effect. So I shoot to kill, because it's life or death. In war and peace, and in love and hate, and in victory or defeat, it's I just give and take. So pick heads, tails, carry that weight. It's our cops and robbers, it's our church and state. And it's do or die, so pick and choose between truth and lies, between me and you. For better or worse, well it's just endless testimonials. Cause it's our chapter and verse, our irreversible binomials. At this point in the song, I realized I was writing down ones like around and around. Damn it, that doesn't work. But I wanted to use them anyway, so that's where this verse comes from. Not to whine and complain on my friends and foes, but I stress and strain over all the do's and the don'ts. But again and again, okay, first and foremost, that gives me aches and pains, cause that's reversible prose. Because forwards and reverse, it's the same back and forth, comes in little by little, then creeps in more and more. Am I okay with that? But truth be told, it's neck and neck, and it's yes and no, and it's do or die. So pick and choose between truth and lies, between me and you. For better or worse, well it's just endless testimonials. Cause it's our chapter and verse, our irreversible binomials. What's that, Kev? Oh, did you just ask me about trinomials? How dare you? Thank you for your comments, questions, and concerns. The runs of the trinomials go like this, bye. Oh, I try and stay calm, cool, and collected. Try and be healthy, wealthy, and wise. Here, there, and everywhere, it's deaf, dumb, and blind. So it's hook, line, and sinker, mind, body, and soul. The judge, jury, and executioner is sex, drug, shake, rattle, rock, and roll. And it's do or die. So pick and choose between truth and lies, between me and you. For better or worse, well, it's just endless testimonials. 'Cause it's all chapter and verse, all irreversible binomials. So it's all or nothing in this ebb and flow. It's our sticks and stones, it's our skin and bones. You know the signs and symptoms, you know it's sad but true. Come at it rough and tumble, come out of it black and blue. And through, all my sons and daughters, come hell or high water, and dollar for dollar. And once and for all, and every now and then, I'll call it null and void from beginning to end. And it's do or die. So pick and choose between truth and lies, between me and you. For better or worse, well, it's just endless testimonials. 'Cause it's all chapter and verse, all irreversible binomials. Right on. That's a binomial song. I got one more, I think, for you. This is a bit of a longer one, so I hope we're okay for time. So this one, this was one lesson I learned the hard way. You know, comment sections. I need a drink for this one. You know, comment sections on the old, what do they call that, the social media. You know, what I've learned is no matter what side you're on of an argument, if you're arguing it in on someone's comment section, you're wrong. And I don't care what side you're on. So that's what this is about. Stay away from it. Don't care if you're right, you're wrong. This song's called, I gotta harp for this, dude. This song's called, Algorithm and Blues. It's a talking blues song. Well, you typed something wrong, now your friends think you're too far gone, and they conclude no matter how inept, you've leapt off that cliff and into the deep end. Maybe a little bit too far to the right. And try hard as you might with no vision or insight. Insight makes sense to you, the blind servitude is just a lack of ideals, that's what you conclude. Maybe that's all we got that's left. But if you've got a reply or point of view, I never need no. Go ahead and type your bullshit in the comments down below. Push reason aside, grammar and manners forego. You're the fascist typer I have ever known. Leave your comments below. No matter what side of the fence, where you're self-taught or you're born and bred, whether you're rich and powerful, poor or meek, none of that's no matter to me. Just hold your phone, hang your ass off the fence, and shit on the other side instead. But watch your step, make sure you see. When they said never shoulda, they were talking about me. But if you got a reply or point of view, I never need no. Go ahead and type your bullshit in the comments down below. Push reason aside, grammar and manners forego. You're the fastest typer I have ever known. Leave your comments below. You know the comments never fill up when feeding them, and I promise you, try not to read them. They get more intense, they make less sense, and you're left trying to figure out if you got any friends. That might be right. But if you've replied with no apathy applied, which widens the gap the unsatisfied kept, you might be trying to figure out if you got any friends left. But if you've got a reply or point of view, I never need to know. Go ahead and type your bullshit in the comments down below. Push reason aside, grammar and manners forego. You're the fastest typer I have ever known. Leave your comments below. About my temperament. Let me try that again. Well, I'm sorry about my temperament. Don't. How did that? That's part. That, no, not part. That part. All right, here we go. Well, I'm sorry about my temperament, but I will not repent on this descent. I'll represent exactly what I meant. I don't care who's elected president or anybody else in government, or your Bill of Rights, your amendments, or pandemics and the variants. We'll just let this hate and anger foment, because that was the only intent. Again, I'm sorry about my temperament. I think it's time to lament and never again give anger consent, and future reactions I will prevent by not even reading them. No, not even by accident. But go ahead, leave a fucking comment. But not about me forgetting the words.